Hello strategy battle gamers and welcome to the Great British Hobbit League YouTube channel. Here with GBHL Jamie
and Nils.
And we're going to be having a 500 point battle report. This is at the Desolation of Stockport tournament beforehand, so we're going to get some games in. So we'll go into the armies now. And here we've got Nils' army. We've got Amdur, Lord of Blades, mounted on horse, with 4 guys with shield, 2 with spear and 4 with bow, and they've all got the black dragon upgrades, the fight 4 and courage 4. We've got Vrasku with 3 crossbowmen, 2 berserkers, and 6 scouts with shield, and also an Isengard troll. So we're going to my forces now. And my force here, I've got Garnbrigarn leading 6 Roses warriors. We've got Rumil leading 4 warriors with elf bow and spear, 2 with elven blade, and 6 with wood elf spear. We've got Legolas, my general, with elven cloak and armour, 4 wood elves with spear, 4 wood elves with bow and spear, and 3 elven blades, and a guard of the Gladron Court as well there. So we are now rolling to see who's going to be the attacker or defender. The highest gets to choose. Yep, both got a 5, so we'll re-roll. Oh, so Nils, you're going to get to choose whether you're the attacker or defender. We'll come back.
I'm going to be the attacker.
Attacker, cool. We'll get it to set up and then we'll come back afterwards. Okay, so at the start of the game, this is how we're looking. We've got Legolas's warband in the middle here. We've got Nils' army on this side here, all set up there, and my reinforcements are coming on this board edge. So it's a shot of the board. We're playing on 72 by 4. So attacker gets priority. We'll be back after movement. So at the end of movement, the elves have moved a small force forward to hopefully delay Amdur. Legolas is making a run for it to try and get away since he's worth all the victory points this game. This archer's not moved. And Nils' force here starts to come through the woods towards the elves. Trolls stay back there. Bowmen haven't moved, so they'll be shooting this turn, unfortunately for me. Amdur's made an advance. The guys here have moved forwards, their full amount, except for the archers who've moved 3, and Woes is running through the woods. So going into shooting next, we'll be back in a second. Right, so we've got these 4 Easterlings here shooting straight into Rumil. I thought it's a bit silly and left him on the front rank. So they've not moved, so forced to hit. And 2 hits, that's average. They need 6s to wound. And no wounds, 3 and a 2. Rumil's firing, he's going to go behind the ranks next time. So the 3 crossbows here are going to be shooting at my elves with the elven blades. Needing 4s to hit. So 1 hits, and this time needing 4s to wound. Oh, phew! Survives! Oh, gotta love the elven armour that isn't there. And Vrasku's going to also shoot at those 2. Now he hits on a 3+. To both hits. And same again, I'll kill them both, 4s pluses. So we get 1. Goes off. So we've got 3 bow shots here who've moved, and 1 guy who hasn't, all shooting at Amdur. So blue's not moved, need hitting 3s on that one. Woohoo! 3 hits, all 6s. Now, so what do they hit? You get 2 on the horse, 1 on the man. So on the horse, needing 5s. We get the horse. And on the man, no we don't. Taking his thrown rider test, and he's fine. And the 4 guys who've moved here, it's going to shoot straight into the Easterlings, hopefully take a few down. So 4s to hit, 2 hits, 6s to kill. Oh, we get 1 of them. And rolling for priority in turn 2. And it goes to the attackers again. So at the end of the movement phase, that's how it looks. The Woses and Wood Elves have ran up their full this time, no shooting from these guys. We've got 1 shot here from me. Legolas has gone down to try and get behind the troops. We've got some fights going on over here. Amdur has managed to charge in, but I was fortunate enough to get a Gladron Court in there, so we're on equal fight value. The Trolls coming round, these guys have moved up with these 4, and the crossbows have stayed still to shoot, and the scouts are making their way through the trees. So that's how it looks at the end of the turn. We're going into shooting. So the 4 Easterling Bowmen who moved are shooting straight into my bowmen to hopefully get the advantage on them. So 5s to hit. Oh dear. Not a single 1 hit. And the crossbow is going to try and take out those bowmen that the Easterlings couldn't do. So this time they're not moved, 4s to hit. That's a bit better, all of them hit. And 4s to wound. And 2 go down. And then finally Vrasku is going to go for the 2 spearmen here. So 3s to hit with him. Both hits. It's going to be a bit of a massacre. 4s to wound. Oh, phew. Get away with it. No, mate. So my one shot back is going to go at a crossbowman, try and get rid of them. Not move, 3's to hit. He hits, 5's to wound. Oh, doesn't do it. I thought it was a 6 on that side. Somewhere. So, going into combats. So, doing this combat first, we've got the 2 Easterlings, the Black Dragon upgrade versus my 3 Woodelves. So, what do we get? 4. 6 gets it there. It's 6's to wound though, with defense 6. And we don't kill. So we've got Amder versus these 4 here, and my guy with the Elven Blade is going to faint. So my 4 for Amder's 3. Oh, we got 6s. So it's a drawn fight value, and we both have Elven Blades. So 1, 2, 3 evil, 4, 5, 6 good. Oh, it's a 6. So white dice is the one that fainted. He's defense 6, isn't he? Yeah. So 6s. White dice re-rolling 1s, and nothing came of it. So, it's these 3 against my 2. My guy in the front's going to faint again, because we've got the fight value from the back. So, we get a 4 highest, and the Easterlings take it with a 6. So, 3 dice needing a single 4 kills him. Yeah, he dies there. So, rolling for the next turn's priority. 3, and it goes to the attackers. So with the Easterlings winning priority, Garnbury gone, here he is here, it has called a heroic move so I can get the jump on them, and we'll come back after movement. So after the heroic move, Legolas managed to slip behind the lines, hopefully he'll be safe. The elves charged in to tie up as many as possible. Amder was charged by this guy with support from the Gladron to hopefully match the fight value. Around here, the Eastlings and the Crossbowmen moved up to get into the fray since shooting's no longer apart with Legolas having his elven cloak. Pardon me. And the Trolls moved up as well. Ramil was able to jump on one, and we're sort of 1 turn off the Urukai arriving. So, going into shooting, I've got 1 shot here, which is going to go at the Berserker, hoping to take him out outside of combat. Hits, needs a 6. Oh, no. And that's my shooting, so we'll go into combats. So to start the combat phase, Garnbury Garn's going to call a heroic combat. So 1, 2 dice. The elves who are in there are going to faint. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice for me. 2, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 5. So Garns are the big dice. Yep. So we get plenty of 6s there. So Garnbury Garn strikes him on his defense 6, Garn's defense 6, Garn strength 4, so 5's to wound. Oh, Garn does it. So we'll come back and see what's happened once I've moved them. So after that successful heroic combat, Garnbury Garn's moved into the guy next door, and the 2 elves who are in base contact have moved into this Easterling here. So going into the rest of the combats, Nils, it was your priority. Do you want to pick where we go next?
Okay, yeah, we will continue with Garnbury Garn.
Continue with Garn's combats. Yep. My Mosey in there is going to pierce and strike. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice. 4 regular guys and 1 big one. Yep. Let's go for it. Yeah, 6. Phew. And the 4 from the Easterling there. So the guy who pierced and struck goes up to strength 6. So 4's to wound. No. Garnbury Garn, needing 5 with his strength 4. Ah, there we go, he does it. Right, so Amder's here, his 3 attacks v my 2. Oh, he's got 2. I thought Amder. Sorry, so just double check there, Amder's actually got 2 attacks. Thank you for being honest there. And there we go. So it's 2 on 2. That's one of it. My guy at the front's going to faint. And we get a 5. Amder takes it with a 6. And 4's to kill him.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. He manages to live. Shocking. Next combat here is these 2 on my 2. So your 2 there, yep. On my 2. So we get a 3, but the Eastling's get a 4. So 2 dice, 4's to wound. Yep, and he goes down. Guys. And here we've got a 2 on 1 for the elves. So what do we get? Elves get the 6 and take it. They need 6s to wound. Oh, which they manage. So we got Rumil versus 1 Easterling archer. So Rumil's 2 versus the 1 from the Easterling. We get 2. Oh wow. We win on a 2. Needing 5s to wound. And he kills him. Then we got 2 elves on 1. One of my elves is going to faint. So wow, the 6s are coming out like nobody's business. Okay, the black dice is going to be re-rolling 1s from fainting, needing 5s. Oh, he's still a 1, so he survives. So going for priority, I'm hoping to win 1. Lucky red dice. Come on, yes, the troll. Well, whew, you get priority. Okay, so Rumil's courage test to charge in at the troll here. It's courage 6, and he passes. Right, so at the end of the turn, the elves have engaged most of the Easterlings. We managed to get Rumil in on the troll. We have got Gombrigon on 1 here, a 2 on 1 there. Amder's been charged. Where's Amder? I've lost him. There he is. A bunch of elves here, and the Urukai are making their way. I've got 1 shot from this guy who's moved backwards. We're going to try and shoot the Berserker again. I don't like fighting them in combat. And he misses. And then we've got Legolas's 1 shot from there, going into Amder with his auto hit, needing 6s to wound. Oh! And he manages it. So rolling for Amder's 1 fate, he gets a 2. Decisions. So Amder rolled a 2 there for fate and decided to use 2 points of might to keep him nice and healthy, considering he's going into quite a big combat. Okay, so going into the troll, I've got 5 dice versus the troll's 3.
Yep.
So we get a 5 from Rumil and a 4 from the troll. It's poor rolling all round. Defense 8, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so the big dice needs straight 6s, the small dice needs 6s by 4s. And we'll use 1 point of might from Rumil on this dice to make it into a 6. Then we've got a 2 elves on 1 Easterling archer. So, we get a 6. Needing 5s to wound, but we don't manage it. Then Garn on 1, so white dice plumb to Garn Brigon. So we get a 6. Coming out very fast. 5s to wound all round, and we manage it. So we've got 2 Urukai Crossbowmen versus the elf and the woe support. We get a 4 highest. Oh, and the Uruks clearly managed 3s. So 5s to wound, hopefully 1 on each of them. Oh, we get 1 of them. And the next one, we've got Vrasku and Crossbowman on my 1 elf. So come on, Elfie. Manages a 2, and yeah, they take it with the 4 there. So Vrasku needs 3s to kill him, and the other guy needs 4s. Let's take him off ready. Although Vrasku fluffed that a little bit. Right, so we're going into Amder's combat. My 2 Wozers are going to pierce and strike, and this elf with the Elven Blade is going to faint. So it's 6 dice versus Amder's 2. Both hoping for good rolls here. Oh my goodness. Nils, your roll has been pretty poor this game. You've not rolled many 6s. The 2 roses go up to strengths, both 6. So they're 2 strikes needing 4s to wound. 1 wound. And then we've got 4 regular strikes. White one there is re-rolling 1s for fainting. Oh, he gets a 1. Come on, white dice. I did it! So, after a bit of amazing dice play there, unfortunately Amder went down. This next combat is a 2 on 2 for the elves. 2 on 2? Yep. Cool. We get a 6, and the more 6s are coming out. Again, 6s to wound. Not this time. Then we've got 2 elves versus 1 Urukai scout who's charged in. We get a 6 to win it again. Some crazy dice. 5s to wound. No, don't manage it. We've got a 1-on-1 fight, an elf versus an Urukai scout who managed to charge in. So come on, elf, you get a 1. Ooh. Urukai scout wins it. Killing on 4+. Yeah, he gets him. A lost fight's a dead elf. Oryx. They're going to bring it back. the Berserker and Friend against my 1 elf. I'm going to use my Woodelf spear here, and I'm going to parry and shield with it.
Yep.
I got a 4 highest. Oh, the Berserker's doing it. 4's to wound with all of them.
Berserker's
200, is he?
Yep.
Yeah, so 3's to wound with the big dice. Yeah, there we go, we get him. Off he goes. Eek. So, rolling again for priority. 3. I think I'm going to have to call a heroic again with Garn's last point of might. So, with Garn's heroic movement there, I was able to charge the troll again and get some favourable combats around. However, there are now a horde of Urukai chasing after Legolas, who's moved 3 through the woods, and hopefully I'll get some shots off next turn. And I always managed to sneak behind with an elf support to get onto 1 Urukai. So going into shooting, we've got Legolas's 3 shots shooting into the Urukai scouts. 4's to hit, 2 hits, and 5's to wound. No, nothing there. So I've got this scout on 4 guys here. So let's have a look. I managed a 5 highest. Oh, and a 1 from the scout.
Yep.
5's to wound from these guys. We get 1. There we go. Yep. And he goes down. 3 more till broken. This combat here with Vrasku. This is my 2.
Yep.
No special strikes from myself. I get a 4 highest. Vrasku takes it again. So Vrasku's killing on 3s to the guy on 4s.
Yep.
Yeah, he gets them twice. It's sort of like lambs to the slaughter charging Vrasku. Should we do Garn on that 1 Crossbowman?
Yep. Yeah, okay. 1 versus...
1 versus my 3.
Yep.
So Garn's the big dice, and other dice is the elf. We get a 4 highest. Oh, and he only manages a 3. So Garn's got a special rule. He gets +1 to wound versus all Urukai, goblins, and orcs. So he's going to be wounded on 4s, which he manages to do. Woohoo! Right, we've got these 2-on-1s here with the Easterling Bowmen. So on the first one, my 2. We get a 6. You've not rolled many 6s, this is really, but hopefully though it bodes well for the tournament that you get all your 6s then. Just blame the dice. 5's to wound. Nope, he lives. The next archer. So again, you get a 3. Oh, he wins. That's what I get for mocking. 4's to wound on the dice. And he kills him. No. Spoke too soon. Troll?
Yep, the troll.
Yep. So 2 from Rumil and 3 from the guys.
Okay. 6s.
We get a 5. 5. So Rumil's going to use a point of might to increase his, make it win. So the big dice need 6s, small ones 6s by 4s.
Making a move.
And nothing. Boo. And here we got a 2-on-1. My guy in the front's going to feint to get the reroll 1s to wound. See what? Ah, and he wins it. So he's going to be killing on a 4+. Oh, the elves are starting to drop a little bit now. Here we've got a 2. Camera's not on it at all. A 2-on-1, and my woes is going to go a piercing strike with his axe.
Yep.
4s, beat the 3. The woes goes up to strength 4, so he's killing on 5s. Nope. And the elf will be killing on 6s. No. And to finish this turn's combat off, we got a 2-on-1 with the woes in combat against the scout. So 5, 3, and the 6 there. Now the woes gets +1 to wound, so he needs 4s, which he manages. So 1 off broken. We go into the next turn's priority.
Yep.
3. There goes to the elves and woses. So, Vrasku called a heroic movement there and managed to charge the majority of my army really. I only had these 2 elves to move, Legolas and Rumil left at the end of it. Legolas had to get into combat and Rumil charged the troll to try and keep him from throwing people around. So going into, there's no shooting, straight into combat. Higher priority, Legolas is going to call a heroic combat. So Legolas is 2. The woes and the regular guy. Legolas is actually going to feint in this combat because I've got the highest 5 fights from the spear support there. Yep. Is it okay going two-handed or using one weapon?
You can choose.
You can't choose, okay. So,
I don't know.
everyone has a hand weapon. You can go single-handed if you want. You won't get the +1 to wound, but you'll have a better chance of winning the fight.
Yeah, well, then I will
use a hand weapon. Cool, so the big dice belong to Legolas. Oh, he gets it. Legolas needs 5s to wound, re-rolling 1s. And he manages it. I'll come back after I've moved him. So Legolas charged into this combat, and the woes went into the one scout there. So we'll do that scout on woes. I'm going to pierce and strike. Yeah, 2. Oh dear, he gets a 1. My goodness. So I go up to strength 6, so I need 4s with +1 to wound, needing 3s for hatred of orc folk. And we manage it. And he leaves. There you go. We got Legolas and the elf on the one guy there. So, hear Rohan shouting in the background. Legolas is going to feint again, because I've got the higher fight value with a regular elf. So, Legolas gets a 5, I gets a 5, but the higher fight takes it there. So, all dice need 5s, but the big dice can re-roll 1s. Oh, we do it twice. Yep, so he's off. Then we've got something I'm not really happy with elves, is a 1v1 here.
Yeah.
So 1 on 1. 3, 2. Needed 5s to wound. We don't kill. So this guy who's trapped here will get my 3 on the 1. The woes is going to pierce and strike. We get a 4 best against a 3. So pierce and strike goes up to strength 4. So he still needs +1 to wound, so 4s from this guy. Nope. The other 2 needing 5s. And because he's trapped, start there and needing 4s. Come on. There we go. We've got the woes and the elf on this guy here. The woes is going to go piercing striking. So we get a mighty 6. Woohoo! Fight value takes it though. So the woes goes up to strength 5. He needs 5s to wound. Nope. And the elf needs 6s. No, double 1. So we've got the guard of the Galadrim Court and the woes against this one. Again, the woes is going to pierce and strike. So 2 on 1. We got 5 against a 3. So the woes goes up to strength 4. So he now needs 5s to wound, which he manages. So we've got Vrasku on 2. The woes is going to pierce and strike again. So my 2. We manage a 5. Vrasku gets a 5. So, would you like to go for a roll-off, or use a point of might to win the fight?
It's so much fun. Yeah, I will use a point of might.
Point of might wins it. So my defense drops to defense 1. It kills them both on 3s anyway.
On the... Is it on 1 or...
You can separate your strikes out. My recommendation would be to kill the elf first, because he's got the highest fight value. The elf dies, and the woes. He lives. Woohoo! Elf dead. Let's see what I've broken at the end of the turn. We have got a 2 on 1 here. This fight. So, oh, 1 sec. Yeah, it's just infantry. So my 2 on your 1. Yep. We get a 5. Woohoo! Needing 5s. Yeah. Then a 1 on 1 at the back. Come on, elves. Oh my goodness. Needed 5s to wound. He lives. Then we've got a 2 on 1, and my woes is going to pierce and strike again. It's been doing pretty well. A 6. That's the 5. Goes up to strength 6, so he's killing it on 4s still. So big dice needing 4s. He gets it. And then we've got the final combat that I left to the end because it's one of the most cinematic ones. We've got the Troll versus Gombrigan, Rumil and an Elf. So 1, 2.
He's going to shield.
The Troll's going to shield. So I've got 2 from Rumil. White dice belong to Gombrigan, and the small dice is the Elf. What do we get? So we get a 5 highest. If you could re-roll the 6s, please.
Nah.
So it's a draw fight. I'm not going to use any might on this one. 1, 2, 3 evil, 4, 5, 6 good. Evil get it, so I'm pushed back. So Nils just told me he's 1 off being under 25%, so If I kill something this turn, the game will end. So, should we go in for priority?
Yep.
Big dice. So, the evil force wins it. However, I'm going to use a point of might from Legolas to call a heroic move. So, with evil winning, Legolas has called a heroic movement, and Vraska is countered. Now, do you want to roll the dice? And 1, 2, 3 it goes to evil, 4, 5, 6 good. Oh, it goes to good, and we'll come back after the movement phase. So, with a successful heroic move, Legolas charged in here. Rummels managed to get behind and trap the troll. Vraska got trapped, managed to get 3 on him, and he trapped the berserker here. So, we'll start off with the trolls combat. Rummels will be the big dice. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 little dice. So, let's go. Yeah, 6. You roll yours. 5, no, so he's trapped.
Yep.
So Rummels 4 strikes, needing 6s. We get 1. So 1 wound left. So 2, 4, 6. 8 strikes, needing 6s by 4s. Ah, he lives. No single 6. So he survives this turn. So our next combat here is going to be Legolas versus the Easterling Bowmen. Legolas the big dice. Supports the little one. Legolas is going to feint to reroll 1s. Let's go. Oh, no. 2 versus the 4 highest. So big dice from Legolas, needing 5s, rerolling 1s. And Legolas does it. Woohoo! He goes down. So we've got 3 against the Berserker. My 2 woes is going to pierce and strike. Berserker's assume he's using single-handed weapon.
Yep.
Yep. So we get 6. Oh, we get it there. So 1 woes goes up to strength 6. So double strikes from him. He needs 3s to wound with his +1 to wound. And he manages to do it. Next up, we've got 2 on 1 here. My woes is going to pierce and strike to try and increase his strength, or maybe decrease his defense. So 2 on 1.
Yep.
And they win it. And the woes goes down to defense 1, so you're wounding him on 3s.
Yep.
So, see what he gets. Yeah. Vraska on 6.
Yep.
Because I've got 2 from Garnbury gone, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My woes in there is going to pierce and strike.
Okay.
Big dice belongs to Garnbury gone.
Yep.
We get a 6. Oh no, not enough from Vraska there. So he's defense 5, isn't he? So piercing strike goes up to only 4, so we need 4s from him. So he gets +1 to wound. So that's 1 wound. Then Garnbury Garns needing also 4s. That's 3 wounds. That's him gone, I'm afraid there.
Yep.
And then we'll do the last combat of the turn. 3 on 1 over here, and the woes is going to pierce and strike.
Yeah, right.
We get a 5. Oh, he gets a 3. So the strength of the woes goes up to 4, so he needs 4s to win with +1, and he does it. And that's the end of the game there. So, epic handshake, let me switch. Thank you very much for the game, and we'll go into the post-battle Batrep breakdown. I'm getting better at saying that. So, welcome to the post-battle Batrep breakdown. Nils, how did you think the game went?
Not very good.
Not very good. No, I think I was lucky to get Legolas away so soon. The victory conditions for this one are weird, but I have to break you to get victory points. You have to kill my general, and we don't get it either way. So, it was a victory though. 3-0.
Dice rolls.
Yeah, the dice rolls were amazing. For me, they were amazing. Not so much for you. I had 6s flying out everywhere, and I don't think you rolled many. The ones you did had to be re-rolled. Well, I hope you enjoyed the game though, and hopefully that's the good. That's the bad luck out the way for the tournament. And I'll give you a few hints when I want you to beat some people. So, I'm glad you enjoyed the game.
Yep.
And I hope you enjoyed the game watching it as well. Be sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Support your hobby.
Happy Stories about it.